We're going to get right to questions. We're going to start with Eric Bailey from the Tulsa World, and then we'll go to Joe Bettner. Eric?
Hey, Adrian. Just wondering, Coach Riley said Saturday that Spencer was uncomfortable in the pocket during the game. As an offensive lineman, how difficult is that to hear from a head coach?
No, it's real hard. We pride ourselves to, it's our job to make sure he's comfortable, make sure he don't feel no type of pressure. And like you said, he felt pressure, so we take that to heart. And all we could do is just move on to the next week, and we're approaching this week to make sure that's he don't feel that way again.
Thanks, Adrian.
Joe Bettner, Norman Transcript, and then Jason Kersey.
Adrian, I'm curious how tough it is to maybe build confidence with a unit that you're still trying to, put together, trying to build camaraderie together when there's, penalties and some of that stuff that Kansas State was able to throw at you guys. It's just as you look back at the game, how do you guys move forward from this? How do you guys learn from this?
Like you said, we learn from it. It's just a stepping stone for us. We go in, we watch the film, we watch the bad things we did, we try to correct it. We did a whole lot of good things on that film that that need to be acknowledged, so we're going to keep doing that. The good things, we'll keep doing that good, and the things that we need to work on, we just go attack that throughout the week and make sure that the stuff that happened, last game don't happen again.
Thank you.
Jason Kersey with The Athletic, and then Ryan Aber.
Yeah, Adrian, given, all the experience that you guys had coming back, and I know this is a weird year with a lot of, with COVID and with all the practice that you guys missed, but have you been surprised that you guys have had a little bit more trouble maybe than people would have expected, just given all the experience that you brought?
You saying more trouble like with the virus going on?
Yeah, or just like the struggles that you guys had as a unit. Has that surprised you at all that you've had those problems?
I mean, I don't look at it as surprising. I mean, yeah, there's a lot that's going on in the world today, but this unit, we pride ourselves to be together, to stay close to each other, and the things that was going on, it easily could be fixed. All we got to do is just how we doing right now. We're approaching the week as how it is. We're attacking the week, having a good mindset and having a good mentality. It was, shout out to Kansas State. It was a good squad, but that's last week. And now we're going, we're preparing to get ready for another good team at Iowa State this week.
Thanks, Sam.
Ryan Aber with the Oklahoman, and then James Hale.
Yeah, Adrian, sort of along those lines, when you look at the first two games, especially Saturday, what's the most disappointing thing to you about the way that y'all have played as a group up front?
Probably, I just feel like, my own standpoint, I feel like, we probably just left a lot on the field, left a lot that, as we go back and look at the film, there's a lot of things, we could have did better. There's a lot that that we just left on the field, but don't get me wrong, we did a lot of good things also, you know what I mean? We did a lot of good things as a unit that we're going to, keep, striving on to be good at that level. And, the things that we didn't do too good on, the areas that we didn't do too good, we're going to, like I said, we're going to approach this week and we're going to get better each and every day to make sure we fix that. So as a whole, just, we could be a great O-line.
Appreciate it, Adrian.
Appreciate you.
James Hale with KREF, and then John Hoover.
Adrian, you played both left and right tackle in the two games. You played right tackle the entire season last year. How big is that? How big of a challenge has it been to learn the left tackle position as well for you? And are you glad to be back at right tackle where you played so well last year?
I mean, it's like I said, in numerous interviews. I don't look at left and right being, so different. It's just the opposite. Probably, like I said, like all I had to do is just, it's just a different way I said, But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing left. I enjoyed playing right. I enjoy being able to play two different positions to help this team out. Any way I can help this team out, I'm glad for it. Was I happy to go back to right? Yes, I was, because I was so, used to playing that, like you said last year. I just feel comfortable. But whatever Coach B, Coach Riley, this team need me to play, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play either if it's left or right.
Okay, thanks.
Don Hoover with SI Sooners, and then Brandon Drum.
Hey, Adrian. Coach Riley just got off the Zoom here, and he said that all losses suck, and he said they hurt like hell, and he talked about how there's not a lot of sleep this week. I wonder if you could describe that from a player's perspective as well. Just do you guys, when the game's over, you go back home, or you got some downtime on Sunday or whatever it is, do you guys sit around and talk about the game and how much, challenge it is to bounce back from that emotionally, how difficult it is for you? Or can you kind of describe that scene for us?
Nah, Coach Riley, you're definitely right. It's hard. It's hard. You don't want to be, you never want to take a loss, especially, from this program. We're not used to losing, We always used to winning. So, Saturday, it definitely was tough. After the game, as as an opinion, as a standpoint for me, after the game, I watched the film, and and like you said, it's hard. It was hard watching it, but I have to look myself in the mirror and see what I could do, individually to make this team better, and that's what everybody on this team got to do. But we can't. Like Coach Riley said, college football, it's hard. Every game is hard. The Big 12, every game is hard. Every game is a fight. So all we could do is, come in Monday. We review the tape. We correct the things that need to be corrected, and we approach it the next week. We can't think about it last week no more. Now we gotta, focus on a good team that we got to play this week in Iowa State and be ready to play.
Okay. Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you.
Brandon Drum with OU Insider, and then Keegan Renault.
Adrian, you talked about, you said it sucked. It was hard for you. The program's not used to losing like it did on Saturday, and how you have to move on. But how do you, being that it's your third year in the program, how do you get these young guys that contributed last week to see that the way that you do and to move forward? Like, how do you, as a player, experienced guy, get those guys to move forward to this next week and not try to dwell on what happened in the past?
It all starts with the guys that have experience. I feel like, if I dwell on the game, talk about the game every day about how I can't believe we lost, that's not showing a great example for the young guys. This for those young guys, that was the first loss they took in college football, and it wasn't my first loss, so I know how to approach it. I know how to move on from it and get better from it. Like I said, we as an individual, I had to look myself in the mirror and see what I could do to make this team better. And that goes for everybody on this team. Everybody that's on this, that's a part of OU football. We all had to look ourselves in the mirror and see what's best for us to move forward. And like I said, for experienced guys, it's us to show the way, show the example for these young guys. Saying, yeah, we lost. It does suck, but we can't dwell on it. We got to move on and keep getting better as the year goes on.
Keegan Renault with Sooners Wire, and then Kerry Murdoch.
Lincoln talked about, offensive line to be better. I know you've reiterated that as well, but are you happy with the performance that you put up on Saturday and how you can build off what you were able to do against Kansas State?
No, I mean, I don't look at it as me as an individual player. Of course, like I said, I have things that I need to work on. And like I said, I was sick watching the tape just for myself because I feel like I left so much on the field that I could have did to contribute to the team. So, like I said, I don't look just at my performance. I'm a team person first, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes, so I could, help contribute in this offense and this team as much as I can. So, I'm gonna just try to keep getting better each and every day.
Thank you.
Kerry Murdoch with Sooner Scoop and WWLS, and then Dean Blevins.
Adrian is one of the vets. What do you think it meant for Anton to finally get out there and play some football after kind of having to sit out and probably being pretty antsy about it going into it?
I'm pretty sure he was pretty excited. Being able to get out there, get his feet wet. Being a freshman. It's very rare you see a freshman, come in and be able to play on a OU offensive line. So I'm pretty sure he was pretty excited to get out there and it just being able to help contribute. And I know seeing the way he approached yesterday practice, today practice, I see that he want to get better, and you know I'm really proud of how he went out there.
He's a guy that nobody really knew, until the depth chart came out that he was as highly regarded as he was. Can you talk about what you've seen from him since he's come into the program and kind of what's impressed you about him being a young guy?
I see that I see the way that he approached every day. Being a young guy, and it was kind of shocking to me because when I came in, I wasn't like that. I wasn't, I couldn't say I was ready to come in and be able to play a game. I had a lot of, everybody's different. I feel like I had to take more steps to be able to be ready to play on Saturday, and I feel that he did that. The way he came in, the way he approached himself, I have, respect for him, the way that he came and was ready to play.
Appreciate it, Adrian.
Thank you.
Go to Dean Blevins with KWTV, and then Joey Helmer.
Yeah, Adrian, over the past few years, you guys have won a ton of close games. There was always a feeling, whether it's in the press box or stands with in the stands with fans, that the touchdown drive that would be needed was going to be there. And you had the veteran leaders, not only the quarterbacks, but other guys. There kind of wasn't that sense with a lot of people, non-players, on Saturday. Can you talk about the difference between what it has been the last few years, maybe that vibe or the huddle and the way people were versus what it was on Saturday?
I don't really necessarily look at it as a big difference. I mean, we focus on things like this all the time. If it's a situation during practice, we always focus on 2 minute, a game winning situation when we go versus the defense. So we used of it. It just only that was different. That we had a crowd in front of us this time. So uh, I I just think it's just I feel like it came early than usual. This was the second game for us. So but we was definitely ready for the moment. We definitely prepared for the moment. We've been through a 2 minute drill. We've been through an overtime drill. All fall camp, all you know, anything like bye week, anything. So we was ready for the opportunity. We just need to be able to go out there as a group, as a unit, as the whole team. Just need to go out there and approach it differently than what we did Saturday.
And Joey Helmer with OU Insider.
Yeah, Adrian. Jaquan Bailey for Iowa State set their program sacks record the other day. Just what do you see out of him, and how do you guys plan on kind of limiting his disruptiveness?
Yeah, he's a great player for them. He's been doing it for a couple of years now. All we could do is just go out there, just like I said, attack the week, get better every day, and Saturday comes, it comes.